Hey guys, Pixel here. Scrawlrbox. This is my first video, so please be kind. I am hoping to do many more videos like this in the future. So if you don't know what Scrawlrbox is, Scrawlr is similar to other subscription boxes. They send you art supplies every month, and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go open this beauty and see what's inside, and then I am going to swatch using my cardstock paper, and I am going to draw something using almost all using only the art supplies provided in the box. If I use a sketch pencil, that'll be the only thing that does come from the box. But all right, let's get started. So let's see what's inside. Oh, and this is not August Scrawlrbox, I don't think. I think this is July's, because I live in Louisiana, so it took a little bit to get to me. It comes from the UK. All right, let's get. All right, so it comes in this wrapping paper. So let's see here. And it comes with like a bunch of little stuff. So let's start with the artwork. Ooh. Is it flowers? So this month's featured artist is by Katie Jobling. She's a UK artist. Oh, she uses oils. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I have never used oils, so I'm a little scared. So we're gonna put that off to the side. All right, let's see what else. Okay. All right, let's bust it open. Oh my God, it's oils. Okay. All right. All right. Oh my goodness. So right off the bat, we have a sticker. Scrawlr is really awesome. They send you stickers based on the colors of the month, if you guys can see that. Sorry, the lighting is horrible. Still working on this whole video thing. So I also got a lollipop. They send you a snack as well. It's a Vidal lollipop. I don't know. Looks interesting. I'll try that later. All right. There. Oh, here we go. Yes. So this is the Scrawlr Dry box. So we have some Cobra water mixable oil paints. So the three colors that I got are titanium white, magenta, and where's the color? Oh, there you go. And ultramarine. All right, what else did we get? We got a Derwent graphic 2B pencil, very handy, and a paintbrush. It's a Scrawlrbox paintbrush. I also got a card. There are lots of ways to apply paint to a surface without using a paintbrush. Use this card to mix your paints, or use it to apply them directly to the canvas. The hard flat edges are great for spreading thin layers of paint over large areas for creating texture over your work. You can even chop it up into different shapes and sizes to create more than one tool. See what different effects you can achieve. And they put little lines on there. Also, they sent me this little canvas. So yeah, I'll put that to the side. All right, and I think that's it. There's some wax paper. I'll be sure to save that. All right, guys. So let's get started. All right, I'm going to get out my sketchbook, and I am going to sketch some ideas first. I have never worked with oil paints, so I'm not really sure what to expect as far as that goes. I might go ahead and just use the the canvas. I have a bunch of these tiny ones, so I'm not really too upset if I mess this up. Oh goodness, I've never worked with oils. This is so terrifying. So I am going to use, I'm going to use some of my Crayola erasable colored pencils because I like to draw in color because I feel like it shows up better. Of course, it's not going to dry on white because, yeah, because that won't show up. Do they have a theme? Let's see. Prime. So they sent me oil paints, a paintbrush. Yeah. I'm just sorry guys, I'm just reading over. Oh, abstract floral. So every month they send you a challenge, and so this month is the abstract floral. And you can go to I believe Instagram. And you can, I think it's either Instagram or Twitter, I'm not sure. And you can put hashtag Scrawler Challenge for the month of July. So abstract floral. All right, let's get started. So I mostly dabble in anime. So flowers are not my strong point. So let's see here. So, okay, let's start. I know you guys aren't going to be able to see this because there's a lot of shadows. I might just do something simple. You know what? Let me do this. Just so I can have like a kind of thing. Okay, so let's start off small. Maybe, I don't know, thinking maybe a girl. Oh goodness. Let's see here. Maybe she has like a hat and she's looking up and she has like a dress. I am terrible at hands. Maybe she has some flowers. Those are flowers, guys. All right, let's see here. Just trying to get an idea. Let's see here. I'm gonna keep her kind of young. Give her this long, billowy dress. And then her arm, it comes up like so. It's kind of holding her hat on. Kind of with this big hat. Define her face. I don't know what I want her hair to be like. I don't know. Let's do like maybe like a bang like that. And then her hair kind of just falls down. Oh, let's do like a pigtail so we can fill like kind of like the inside of that hat. She's got this like really big hat on. Let's do like pigtail that comes down. And then over here, it kind of comes out. Falls behind the arm. Kind of like that. And since she's so young, because I think of abstract floral, let's do some like really big eyes. Like, I know this looks horrible, guys. Like, this is just kind of like my sketching process. Let's see here. Let's actually have her eyes going the other way. The reason why I use, many of you might be wondering why I'm using like Crayola or erasables. They, to me personally, they do not color very well. But as far as like sketching and stuff, they work wonders. Just as far as like being able to erase and not leave color is a big deal for me. You know, just being able to get some like colorful pigment down. All right, so I kind of got that down. She's got these really big pigtails. She's got this ginormous hat. I'm trying to, I don't know, doesn't look much like a hat, but maybe if I do like that, I don't know, we'll figure it out. All right. Yeah, so I'm just doing a sketch to kind of warm up. I might not go with this one. Okay, I do like her dress. Just this kind of like really flowy kind of dress. She could have like flowers kind of crawling up it. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe something like that. I know my drawing is very crude. This is also to kind of help me with my drawings and kind of show you all like the steps that I go through. Let's kind of like let's see here. Sorry, I'm gonna erase the bottom of this. See, guys, see how much like it erases so wonderfully. Okay, let's see here. I'm not really feeling this one. Maybe if we do like maybe like a pour. Oh, let's do this. Let's do a head. And then we could do and then come down like that. Oh, that's an intense job. That's not what I meant to do. Like that. Her chin's kind of pointy too. I'll clean it up a little bit. Let's see. And make her face a little bit more rounded. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Okay, and then let's see here. Stop right there. Okay, and then we could do for her hair. see. Okay, let's start with her hair. I'm thinking maybe like a swoop here. And then like I want her hair to kind of like swoop down, kind of spilling over her shoulders like that. Yeah, kind of like that. And then the top of her head just kind of sits right there. Okay, and then I'll have a piece kind of flowing up. That I kind of want like really big hair that kind of takes over the drawing. And then her bangs come up. Kind of swoosh. Yes, swoosh is a word. Okay, and then let's see her eyes. Let's see. No, I'm not feeling that face. Kind of want to like these like big rounded eyes, but I don't know, just something's not. Erase some of these lines. I think maybe her chin is still too pointy. And her face is a little bit more rounded. Maybe bring up her eyes a little higher. Sometimes I forget to go back to the basics. I kind of like rush things, kind of get excited, and I'm hoping to work all these things out once I get used to doing these kind of videos. Coming up with an idea is kind of hard for me, which is why I really like the Scrawler challenge, or the theme of the month. I was not expecting it to be watercolor. that was I've never worked with watercolor. I mean, not watercolor, excuse me, oil. I've never worked with oils. I've never used oils. So this should be interesting, but it says it's a water-based oil, so it should be fine. I'm kind of liking how this one is turning out. Kind of works better for her eyes. Maybe not so much round. More oval shaped. Yeah, I'm liking that one. Okay, and then of course it's going to probably look different on here than it does in here, but we shall see. Also, I am like, hair is one of the things that takes me a while. I'm going to apologize a lot in this first video. I'm probably going to look back years from now and be like, why did I say sorry too much? I think it's because I say sorry a lot in real life too. I'm a very shy person. I love to talk, but I'm very shy. Maybe I can do on the canvas, maybe I can do some sort of gradient with her eyes. Seeing as I'm technically working with 3 colors, I can get a lot of variety out of the magenta and the blue, but I think I'm going to make her magenta. I don't know. Ooh, I have an idea. Maybe if I did, where did my blue pencil go? Maybe if I did like the top of her hair magenta, and then like it fades into like a blue. Let's see, let's curve this like this. Have this kind of spilling, kind of have this hair. Yeah, I kind of like that. So just kind of have her hair kind of fade into the blue. All right, let's do her nose. Just do like a rounded nose. Okay, now her lips. Kind of want her to have these kind of big lips. See, guys, I need a lot more practice. I have been drawing a lot more recently just because it's been a passion of mine since I was like 12, 13 years old. That is when I decided like that I wanted to be an artist. And you know, if you guys have any tips, like if any of you are artists, know any like tutorials or like anything that might help me with hair and mouths, because sometimes like I erase so many times that it just like eventually I find something that works or I end up looking up a reference, and I'm trying not to do that for this just because I think that'll work. Just kind of, okay. All right, I'm gonna have to move on. So I can't really do roses too well, but if we did some like flowers in the corner, and then we could do like, she's kind of like surrounded by flowers, and I'll make them look nicer with the paint because like you can get more techniques with like brushes. And she could have like little flowers in her hair. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with this one just because. And then like the lower half can have like pink roses just to kind of like offset that blue. Yeah, I think I'm going to go with this one. Okay, so I'm going to set this up over here. All right. And you guys might be asking, like, why don't I use the graphite pencil that was provided? I might use it as like to get like some shades of like darker color, but as far as like using graphite, I don't really use graphite much anymore just because it's hard to erase. It leaves smudges on the paper, and it just doesn't look nice in your sketchbook because then it transfers to the back of the pages, and like it just, yeah. And then plus I'm learning how to do, finally figured out that you can draw on the back of previously drawn pages. And so yeah, I totally like just, guys, don't use scissors. Not kidding. Yeah, I totally nicked that, but whatever, it's not gonna show through on the other side. All right, so let's get this. So I'm going to swatch this. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is like your 2B, your typical 2B graphite. So, yeah. And then I am going to swatch a little bit of this paint just to kind of see how. Oh, that's a nice blue. It's really nice. I have some water up here too. It says you can use water with these. So the only thing I've ever used is acrylic paint. So if I am using these wrong, which I have a friend who paints with oils, so I know that he's going to fuss at me. He's going to be like, oh, you're doing that wrong. This is what you should do. He was like, how could you use water with oils? Like I said, I have no idea if you can use water with oils. I know very little. I know people who paint with oils and their paintings are beautiful and gorgeous, but these say water mixable oil paints. So it says it has the same traditional oil paint, provides perfect oil paint results with uniform drying time and degree of gloss. The color and brushstrokes retains its full expressions and remains the same as applied even after the paint dries. The only difference is you don't need all that scary, harmful solvents to use it. Straight from the tube, or dilute it with your desired consistency with a little water. Plus, the cleaning process is much simpler, so you only need soapy water to clean your hands and your brushes. Okay, so there is, all right, so now we're gonna do the other colors. And guys, no, I'm not gonna swatch the red, the white, because we all know what color that looks like and it's not gonna show up on here. So, yeah. But this is supposedly magenta. So this should be like a nice kind of like pinkish color. I do kind of like how this is kind of going on here. It's got like a, well, that's really pretty. Because the blue kind of did the same thing. Like on the thicker side, it kind of like where there's more paint. Course, but no, you get these kind of like really nice light colors. Like I really like that. I don't know if you guys can see that. Yay, my water is purple. Like I said, I apologize. I'm going to use these as acrylics because acrylic is the only thing I know how. So I don't know if you guys can see that. But yeah. All right, so we have the ultramarine, I can't talk. Ultramarine, and then we have the magenta. It's the primary magenta, but you know, whatever. All right, so we have our 4 art supplies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including the paintbrush. All right, so I'm gonna put these to the side for right now. I'm gonna get my canvas, move my swatches to the side. All right, so now that I have my drawing drawn out, I'm gonna just go ahead and kind of just do like I did in my sketchbook. Kind of just go ahead and draw it out. All right. And then we have her neck. We're gonna fill most of this in with flowers. Wow, this canvas is stained. Okay. All right, and we're gonna start with the map out where the eyes are gonna be. I can always erase that later. So yeah, that's stained. That stain is gonna bother me. I don't know if you guys can see that. So, all right. So for her hair, you're gonna have it come up, kind of swoop out, swoop back in. Because I really want her hair to be very flowy. Have it come up. I'm just gonna cross it over like that. Like I said, she's gonna look a little different than in the sketch, and then we're gonna have her hair come down, kind of spill, go for her shoulders. So this line disappears. And then we're gonna have the hair kind of fall right there, just so you kind of get like a preview of her neckline. And the hair is just gonna kind of disappear off to the side. Okay. Let's focus on my pencil's getting low again. And that's another bad thing with the Crayolas is like they, because they are a softer lead, they don't tend to stay sharp, as I noticed, as long. But I can't complain because, like I said, I love how easy they erase. And they give you a good foundation for like when you're sketching in your sketchbook. I usually use a architect pencil when I draw. I think it's called, I can't think of the name right now, stalactite, or that's not right, starlight, starmite, something like that. But anyways, it's an architect pencil that has refillable lead, so kind of almost like a mechanical pencil, but it uses like almost like colored pencil lead. And Prismacolor makes the lead that I use for my architect pencil, and I think it comes in like red and blue. It comes in red and blue, I know for sure. I think I've seen other colors, but I can't be too sure. So again, I want that kind of natural roundness, and I'm kind of losing that. There we go. All this pink reminds me of this girl that I follow on Facebook. She's a burlesque dancer, and I'm kind of a big fan of hers. She's really gorgeous. So this kind of picture reminds me of her. So yeah. I know she also kind of like, this girl looks kind of like a forest nymph. I kind of like her lips better in this one. You know, see, this one kind of came out more, kind of more mature looking, if I could say. I feel like she's more like somber. I just don't like this cheekbone. There we go. That's better. Alright. Just kind of getting things down sometimes just takes a minute. So, one thing I usually do is like once I like a certain line, I will go back over it kind of darker and kind of like concrete that line, just so that it stands out on the page. In this case, on the canvas. I can fill in the details later, more details later. Just kind of setting the base because I'm going to be painting over this, so it doesn't really matter. That line doesn't belong there. So, okay, so all right, so I think I'm gonna leave that as it is, and let's get started painting. Okay, a pink color, so I'm gonna do some white. And it's already got that kind of pink in there already because I guess I didn't clean my brush good enough. That's a good color for her hair, but that's not what I'm looking for. Just trying to get it to the color that I want. I always, like, if I paint ever again on the channel, I always go too dark and then I gotta bring it back. I have to learn how to do like little bit of color and then like a little bit of color and then, you know. So what I'm probably going to do is just do this. So I'm going to just kind of have this pink color. There's more white. Bring back that neckline. Bring back that shoulder. Okay. And I'll cover that little mistake right there. All right. Just get some more of this white. Like I said, I've never... this is such a new element for me. It works similar. It's a lot softer than acrylic paint. Acrylic paint, you kind of like, for me, I don't know if it's just me and my issues. For acrylic paint, you kind of have to like force it onto the paper. Whereas this kind of just like, kind of does what you tell it to do, which is really nice. So I'm kind of trying to paint as loosely as possible so I don't lose too much of my sketch. I can always go back and I know she looks really weird right now. She's like, oh. But I don't want to lose too much of that sketch right now, because it does cover really well. It looks horrible. And I'm trying to use like the tip of my paintbrush as a liner. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. I might fix that later. Move on to the hair. Now for the hair, I kind of wanted to be maybe like a mixture. So I was kind of playing around the colors and I really liked this. So like it was like a mixture between this like dark pink and like light pink. So I just kind of have to, maybe if I do this and then do this, I don't know. This paint is so weird. Like it acts like from what I've heard, like, you know, what oil is supposed to like kind of like feel like, but it kind of, because it can be used with water, it kind of acts like acrylic in a way, but at the same time like not. Like, I don't know, I'm just kind of like, like I said, I've never used oil before, so I don't know like how it behaves. Like I haven't really like worked with it enough, or if ever, I haven't had really any options just because of like everything I've heard about like the chemicals and like everything that kind of goes with it, and like you kind of have to like leave it alone, and it just seemed, I know this sounds lazy, but it just seemed like too much. Like it wasn't like something that I really wanted to tackle or like really had any interest. Like I have 100% admiration for anybody who uses like oil, who paints with oil. Like you guys are amazing. Like complete, I am in all respect for you guys, because like just because the amount of time and effort, and you just kind of like have to like paint something and then walk away from it or from like what I've heard, you know. And I don't know how true this is, but I mean, I heard oil is very unforgiving when it comes to like painting. Like if you make a mistake, like, you know, you have to like come back to it and you know, in that aspect, you know. One thing I really do like about this is like you kind of like, I'm kind of getting a lot of like colors, and I kind of want to cover her ear some more. Like I like the colors that I'm getting. See, like I like that. I don't know. Like, can I do that with like this side with darker? I don't know. I'm just really honestly like trying things out. If this box had contained markers, I would have been like, woo! Like I know what to do. Pastels, woo! I know what to do. But it didn't. So like I am at a complete loss as to like what I'm supposed to be doing. Okay. I feel like this is going to take forever. I'm sorry, guys. I know. This is my first video, and I'm, like, already, like, ah! So, that did not just happen. She looks so mean right now. She looks so angry. I don't know. Let's try to kind of... I need some more white. Which my white tray has completely like been absorbed by pink, like light pink. So I just feel like, sorry guys, I got quiet there for a minute. I forget that I'm recording, so just trying to work out like how to do things. Like this is completely new for me, so I don't know. Of course my first video is going to be my most difficult, just my most challenging. I kind of like that. Yeah, that'll do, donkey, that'll do. Yeah, before I do her iris, like the shine on her eye, I'm gonna let that dry a little bit before I try to attempt that. You know what? I am tired. Actually, I gotta do the pink. Let's go ahead and do like the shadow of her hair. Because like this is where her bangs are. So let's add a little water to that because that's kind of difficult to move around. Like I said, I'm just treating this like watercolor because I'm so repetitive right now. I'm so lost. But hey, you know, that's why I signed up for these boxes. You know, it was to give me a challenge. Like I said before, like I knew that I wanted to draw when I was 12 or 13. I sat down at a desk and I started drawing. And I was like, I don't know what possessed me. I don't know what came over me. But like, I was going to paint that blue. See? I should be able to fix it though. I don't know what came over me, but like all of a sudden, like I wanted to draw. And so I started drawing, and I had been watching a lot of Disney movies. And so I took out my coloring book and I set it next to me. And all I had was this. I wonder if I can put it over. Yeah, there we go. It's kind of. Let's see if we can lighten up a bit, because that's like really dark. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's pretty. I don't think you guys can see that, but yeah. So I wonder if I can get this brush dry and kind of mix those together. So I took out my sketchbook and all I had was this like really large paper. And so I started drawing and I decided to draw Beauty and the Beast. Looking at the coloring book to the piece of paper. And it worked. It turned out really, really good for a 13-year-old who had never really drawn before. And so that's kind of like how I started gotten into drawing. I was like, and everybody was like, "You drew this?" I was like, "Yeah." Like I you didn't trace. And I was like, "No." I was look at the picture and like look what I had to draw, and they're like, "Okay." And then so after that, everybody kind of started getting me art supplies, and I just kind of kept going. And when I fell in love with Disney around the same time, I had been introduced through a family friend to anime. And I'm going to try to blend some of the pink into that blue. I had been introduced to anime, and like I loved the style. I loved like the big eyes. Like I loved it all. So that's probably going to have to dry some before I try to. So I started getting into drawing, and yeah, and it just kind of became a thing. Yeah. Guys, I'm not liking this. I am not liking this at all. I'm not liking this. This is like not good. No. It's really hard to do faces. So I'm going to put this to the side. So I'm going to pull out this and you know what, let's try to, instead of drawing an anime character, I'll probably come back to that. I'll probably work on that when I don't have a timer going. Let's just kind of experiment with some colors. Just because, where did that card go? It said to put paint on it. Let's see. Oh, that's nice. So you guys can see what I'm doing. See here. Get on the edge. So I'm just going to experiment with technique at this point, guys, because my drawing totally went, it was good, and then it just went downhill. I think with like this kind of paint, when I do anime paintings using like acrylic, there's probably something that would be like a time lapse rather than like a 30-minute thing. But I can make something work with this. I can save the video. That's kind of an interesting technique. And then let's mix some of this blue and this pink to kind of make like a purple. I don't know, guys. I'm just trying to save this video because it just went bad but quick. I like the sketch though. I thought it was really nice. But unfortunately, I don't know. I'm just trying to. Sorry, guys. Alright, so. Alright. Okay, so it is what it is. You know, always trying out with like a new, new art supply. It is difficult. I will play around with these more. I do like the texture and the feel of them. You know, just I haven't painted in so long, you know, and so this is just like, oh, you know, here. I just don't feel I don't feel like I know what I'm doing with this. So yeah. All right, guys. So I look like a 5-year-old that drew this. So yeah. So this is more my review on the box more rather than my drawing skills. Yeah. So yeah, I may or may not mess with these again, but I tried out the techniques, and sorry that my art looks like a 5-year-old. The art that they sent me is very beautiful. Yeah. So, all right, guys, this is Pixel, and thank you for watching.